4, 3, 2. What up, y'all? Welcome to His Thing. I'm Kevin on stage. She's
that chick Angel.
Welcome to another podcast episode. Smash that like button, smash that notification button. Bangers on 22. Welcome back. Thank you so much for bearing with us, especially Patreon, while we were on a
crazy schedule,
a disruptive schedule.
Yeah.
Angel was shooting a pilot. Kevin was shooting a series. Life is back. Travel, hotel, Wi-Fi. We just was doing a lot. We tried very hard not to miss, but
we missed.
But we missed. We missed. We are afraid of having guest hosts on this show.
I'm definitely.
Most shows just be like, oh, fill in. But my good friend Angel was like, don't you? Angel was like, you've guest hosted me one time, I'll kill you dead.
She was at TikTok. She was like,
I was like, Angel, what if it's just Tahir or Pat or Tony, somebody that you know wouldn't be doing it for a long time? She'd be like, no. And Josh be like, I'm better here than there. You know
I'm good for like a 30% weight. Yeah. You know.
Josh said, I'm John Paxson. I need y'all to be Jordan and Pippen. If you hit me on I hit my shots. Listen, but I can't go for 40 a game. I give you 10.
And I'm definitely more of a Dennis Rodman of the group. I'll take a little bit of Scotty, but I'm more so for the pizzazz.
Right.
Than
Angel,
anything.
We might be wondering where Angel's at. She's on WWE.
Right.
Smoking a cigar.
Exactly. I need reference. Like I will research, but then I need more reference, and that is what you hold.
So we really don't. Piece. We have. I don't think
we tried.
In the history of the show, we have never had a guest host.
No. Now, me and Josh were getting ready to until we saw you post on Patreon that we were like, all
literally
right.
5 minutes before you posted that on
we were getting StreamYard
the last
ready.
time.
Oh, when I had the Black Love thing.
Yes.
I was like, all right, Angel, let's do it.
Y'all was shaking your head.
No, I was. Angel was like, are you sure? I was like,
all right, let's do it. I was like, okay. Now just know, I don't know nobody's name, so you're going to have to go all the way around the riverbed.
People in the comments, both Patreon and Patreon's watching live, but
they all said no guest hosts other than Josh.
Well, okay, then fine.
But they said,
and we tried very hard, but we should. Here's what I'm asking. In addition to Christmas, we need a certain amount of PTO for the podcast.
I think birthdays are guaranteed PTO.
We need of a 52-week year. We do over 100 episodes with the bonus episodes. Mm-hmm. We do over 100 every year.
It would be fine if you didn't have so many projects. It would be easy.
That's crazy.
It would be, but I wouldn't be me.
Actually, Angel, all he has to do is just not tour.
I cannot. It's shady.
No, I love this though because we're shooting stuff you've been wanting to shoot for a very, very long time.
But anyway, we'll talk more about that later. So first thing we want to talk about. Thank you. Second thing. Thank you guys for watching Keep Your Distance comedy. I actually miss Keep Your Distance because that was my first time ever missing it. I had to hear guest host just in case. We had never not made our day in our shoot, and I was like, the one day that we won't make and we'll be late, I guarantee to be the day we should Keep Your Distance. And it was, but Tahir did a great job because he's fantastic.
Of course, Tahir's great at it.
Comedian. But anyway, so last week, in the middle of the week, out of the thin blue air, it felt like we get news that Young Thug, Young Gunna, were among 28 defendants charged in a 56-count indictment in Fulton County.
Ooh.
Okay. And if you don't know what that indictment was, they got hit with the RICO.
The RICO. Now, before we get down into it, what songs do these babies sing?
Well, Young Thug is Patrick's favorite rapper, Pat Cloud. I am not a huge consumer of Young Thug's music album-wise. He's been on a lot of features. He was on Chance's The Coloring Book.
Oh, I forgot about that. He was.
He makes a lot of music. Very popular.
Most popular song, Josh, you know.
You definitely heard a lot of his songs on TikTok. He's got one, this Everything Litty, I love when it's hot. No.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I don't know this child, but he got the RICO.
You've heard his music though.
Okay.
You might not know his name, but I promise you've heard his music.
Okay.
Gunna.
Best friend, that's my best friend.
Is that Gunna? I mean,
No. Gunna's on a lot of music.
Gunna is pushing P, right?
Go crazy.
Yes.
That's Young Thug.
I got what you need.
Yeah, they made a whole collab.
Thank you. Y'all knew what I would know.
That was the one song. But
I know you were free.
They made a whole album together, but that was the song.
Gunna?
Chris Brown and Young Thug.
Thank y'all.
So anyway, Gunna is pushing P, right?
Yeah.
Josh? His song Pushing P was the whole rage like a month or two ago.
Sang it to me.
I don't know it. I know people were like.
It's literally Pushing
P was
on
like
repeat.
the little
Hold on,
blue
I'll
button.
play a little.
Pushing P, pushing P, pushing P.
It's close.
Charles Moore.
What is that?
Oh, Gunna
Charles Moore said he make a lot of music I don't
Gunna,
want.
Chloe Bailey.
Oh, they together.
No.
They be friends,
They're
but
friends.
together.
Charles, I need to
Okay,
get you
got
on Keep Your Distance.
I don't know his music, but I know him in
Friend
that.
Gathering is
Push it, P, push it.
But anyway,
this sound.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen that on
That's
many a
on
reel.
Yeah, that's what helped blow it up.
Okay, got
Anyway.
it. Now I know who they are.
That is
I know
P.
all about the RICO. Let's
Gunna.
Now,
go.
let me tell you what.
Is P, aka P. That
RICO,
was his
if you're
nickname.
not familiar, RICO is let me
It is the racketeering,
Yes.
Racketeer Influenced in Corrupt Organizations Act.
okay. Essentially, RICO was created to stop the mafia.
Yeah.
Right? Usually what happens in a RICO case, it's usually federal, but essentially what they do, it's when you are charged with a continually criminal enterprise. What they do on RICO charges is they be letting you commit crimes continually and getting informants that be in your group
Yep.
and be like, hey, basically, if say we was in say a group of people was in a RICO. I don't even want to say a group of people. Okay, say it's us because we ain't no
Yeah,
gang.
it's gonna be easier to do it that way.
They would say, okay, say I'm Young Thug, right? And Angel's Gunna or Melissa, whatever, this group. They would say, Josh, we know you with Kevin Angel.
I'm P.
and
That's
Tony
Gunna.
Baker and Tahir and Pat, and we know y'all be doing the RICO. Y'all selling drugs and this and that. You gonna go to jail for 30 years
Oh, I'm snitching.
unless you help us.
Oh,
Well, you
And
definitely
we don't
gotta
even really
snitch.
want you. We want Kev.
Yeah.
Okay, Josh said, maybe I can't get you to Kev. I don't report to Kev like that. But I can't get you Kev, but I get you Angel. And then Josh will snitch so that he don't get 30 years, he maybe get 3. Then they gonna use Josh's snitch to say, hey, we already done Angel, we already done got Josh. Okay, now we want Kev. If we can't get Kev, it's gonna be you. Now Angel's choice is either to roll up or stand down, right? So what that usually happens is to get a RICO, you almost always have informants. This ain't usually hearsay. So
There's
and the
another
other-
big piece that you're missing, though,
what is it?
is that if you benefit from a crime that
wouldn't- I
okay,
just
you
ain't
on
got
the
there
way.
yet.
Okay, go ahead.
So
Side note, Angel's B story is she's secretly a drug lord and they pull her whole organization down as well.
Yes.
I'm just trying to match something that works there.
So the continual criminal part is Josh will say Kevin Angel finna go rob these people, right? And then we rob the people and they be like, see, that'll give Josh time off. That'd be another charge. They don't come to you with RICO charges unless they have you dead to rights, right? They gonna get you and it's gonna be nearly impossible to beat. Now here's how the RICO thing, and I didn't know this until this happened. The crazy thing about RICO charges, you don't even have to do every crime.
You don't even have to commit.
As long as you benefit from the crime.
Yeah.
For example, if Josh steals a car and gives that car to me, and I use that car in a drive-by, and I kill somebody, or I use drug money, and Angel didn't do any of those things, but she's just associated with it, they'd be like,
She was at the
well,
bus
you
stop.
benefited because Josh stole that car and Kev killed them people and sold them drugs and you had access to more money because of those acts.
Yeah.
So even though you didn't commit a crime, just by mere association, you are now a benefit of said crime without committing said crime. That's how they get the people like Young Thug who don't actually, the Young Thugs, the Tony Sopranos,
Yeah.
they don't actually have to commit a crime anymore themselves.
Right.
They benefit from others because some of them people on them charges, whew, Like they had like 58 counts and they would be like, okay, Angel had count 1, 13, 17. Right. And then Josh had, and Young Thug only had like one, like benefiting or something else. Them other dudes, Marquavius, he did like majority of them crimes. Mm-hmm. They had him on like 20 murder, right? They was like, you do crime.
You do this,
this,
and this, and this.
I stab. I kill. I shoot. I steal. Here, money. It was like this man was doing dirt.
It's like a Uber Eats order for a company, and like they like you got the fries, and then you got the burger, you got the drink, you got to drink a burger and fries. It's like they lay in that, and you just like, please don't have nothing on this order for me.
Right.
I promise you, I didn't order.
I grabbed
they
you
like,
Skittles on the way. No.
Right. They like, we got you a napkin, a fork, and some and a plastic knife.
No, Rico be like, you smelled them fries. You going to jail. I didn't do it on purpose. You smelled them fries.
I'm a Weight Watchers. No, I didn't. It's 0 points. No. You did something.
And here's the other thing. The most like dangerous part of the RICO is the gang part. Mm-hmm. It's the association. So I've heard other podcasts like 50 Cent was like, this is why I say I ain't in no gang.
Right.
Young Thug, YSL, they were, let me back up before I get there. Basically, I was going to say is they were saying they were in a gang. The other thing that was crazy about them RICO charges, because I was reading the charging documents, they was citing Instagram for the crimes.
And music, right?
And music.
Absolutely.
Pushing P.
They were like, they said we shot up this, and then on Instagram, y'all showed guns that day. They had pulled, literally in the RICO docs, pulled from social media.
I can believe it.
Pulled from the music. They was on you on, like Drewski has a video, he was like, well, the police don't even need to do no doggone detective in no more, because they just go, okay.
I literally watched a case in real time in my sister's court where a dude broke his parole because he took a picture with a real gun, tried to say it was a prop. They brought in a military expert and was like, I can tell you why it's not a prop.
Oh my God.
Yes.
By the picture, the military expert?
Yes.
Angel loved being a fly on the wall here.
I was like, ooh.
And the thing is, like, I thought, and maybe I thought this, but this was untrue in the case of Young Thug.
Uh-huh.
I thought rappers was rapping about stuff they used to do.
Oh, no.
And I thought some of them was faking, capping, as the kids say.
As they say.
These people, the YSL Young Slime League, maybe?
Oh.
Young Slime, what's the L, y'all? I know it's Young Slime something. Slime is.
I thought it was Yves Saint Laurent.
I didn't wear my YSL cologne. I went to pull I had a TikTok about that. I went to pull up. I said, I'm going to wear Versace today.
It stands for Young
Rico.
Stoner Life.
Young Stoner Life.
Well, that's cute.
So anyway, they were not lying.
No.
They was rapping about stuff. They had the Lil Wayne tour bus shot up, was part of the RICO.
It's just like stand up. You still pulling from your real life. They're not waiting. They're like, I need new material. Got a song. Just shot these 2 dudes out front of the store at 6:15 p.m. They're like, perfect. We've got exactly where it happened.
All the people had to do is follow you on social media.
Buried the drugs at my granny's house. She lives at 24 Greensboro Street and North Kakalaka. Go to his grandmother's house. The drugs are there. Yeah. They getting all the material they need for these songs. Pushing P, he was pushing it.
Literally. And the thing is, on them mugshots, they look regretful. Because they was on them since like 2015. They was on them. And apparently, this is a Georgia RICO. People are like, oh, good, it's just a state. And then I read more. Georgia RICO is actually worse than federal.
That sucks balls, dude.
The Georgia RICO is worse than federal because they really are trying to bust up these gangs. And I think that's where the benefit part came in. That's harder to prove. And the whole gang part can be hard to prove. But under Georgia RICO, it be like, you did this to Young Thug when he walked by? You up in there too.
Yeah.
You did this? You wear the cologne? What's that? I got a YSL wallet in my bag.
He said, throw it away.
Take it out.
I don't want it. I don't have. Do you have a mugshot? Have you ever been arrested? I don't have a mugshot. I would.
You been arrested?
No, I just said I don't have no mugshot.
You can be arrested and not have a mugshot.
No.
You got to get booked to have a mugshot.
Ken, this is Fendi.
No, inside the Fendi.
Oh,
Yeah, inside the
An
Fendi.
acquaintance
I
of
don't
mine.
open these things, so I'm just gonna let you do it. I don't.
An acquaintance of mine ended up getting arrested, had a mugshot, and the worst thing of it all is they put your real weight on that thing. And I said, now this is ridiculous. This is rude and uncalled for. Already she about to sit up in jail, and y'all want to put the whole pounds in there.
The whole pounds.
The whole pounds.
Mine only says Saint
Do
Laurent.
it in kilos,
By the way, quick aside.
kilograms.
This was not on the docket. This was just interesting. You just brought up with the weight. Meg Thee Stallion posted a video last week, and Party, her boyfriend,
Was tossing that
Toss
child
her
like
up.
a doll baby.
in her video, she says she's dang near 200 pounds.
Yeah,
People on Twitter were like, Meg Thee Stallion is 150 pounds.
Me
There
and my
was-
girlfriend were talking about this and how men are stupid.
I said, have you ever, do you know what 150 pounds looks like?
No, they don't.
They don't.
They have no idea.
She says she about 200.
And that I completely believe. I would have thought she was a solid 200.
I
Not
thought she might
almost.
have been 200.
She is tall as hell.
She's
She is
what,
very tall.
5'10"?
Her
No,
thighs,
she might be closer to 6.
Yeah, she is tall as
She's
hell.
tall.
As thick as her thighs are, she could kick through a cinder block wall.
Stop it.
She like a little donkey. Those are
She's
strong.
the stallion.
Yes.
The stallion is an apt nickname or stage name for Meg.
I don't understand.
150?
Yeah, I
Zay
don't.
Zay is 150.
Is
If that. I don't know. Zay Zay he been lifting.
You been lifting?
lifting? What
Isaiah
you doing?
is muscular now.
Oh.
He has 8-pack.
Oh.
His chest is there. I'm like low
And
key.
he still eats whatever he wants.
Still eats whatever he wants. But
God,
anyway,
he's
back
good.
to young Thug. They are what?
Oh,
What?
you got to do the first one.
Is it time for an ad?
Yeah. And he eats whatever he wants.
He eats whatever he wants, huh?
Isaiah eats whatever he wants, and so do I. Because of Noom. Let me tell you what, these last 4 weeks, I went through it. Okay, we was on set. Angel's been on set. Josh has been on set. They be having all types of good foods for you. I mean, good foods to you, not necessarily good foods for you. There was plenty of Postmates going on. There was plenty of cheeseburgers being eaten. Portos and milkshakes.
Chick-fil-A.
I had Chick-fil-A for breakfast multiple times. And then I went and ate the breakfast on set.
What?
But now I want to look like Joshy, who's lost 20 pounds.
Doing Noom.
Doing Noom. He looks svelte. He looks especially spicy because he didn't get down. But guess what? The other day, Josh went to Disneyland. Did he eat carrot sticks and barley? No.
No,
He
I
went
did
down
not.
there and had turkey legs.
Dole
and,
Whip.
And Dole Whip and funnel cakes. But then when he came back home, he got right back on track. And that's because that's what Noom say. Hey, man, you had a good time at Disneyland? Come on back home. And he's right back. And he didn't gain 20 pounds in a day. You know what I'm saying? Because Noom understands that everyone's weight loss journey is unique. And what works for someone else doesn't necessarily mean it'll work for you. That's why Noom Weight uses a psychology-based approach that adapts to your lifestyle. It's flexible approach focused on progress, not perfection. It's 20 pounds overall, Josh. You didn't lose a pound a day.
That's right.
It's
I did
20
not.
pounds since March. You maybe didn't lose no weight at the Disneyland.
No, I
And that's
definitely did.
okay.
That was fine.
You don't want to be eating celery down at the Disney.
Absolutely not.
No. And he just want to look svelte. And like me, I don't want to be Kev the Stallion. I don't want to be 270. I want to be less than 270. But more importantly than that, I just want to look good in my clothes. I want to tuck my belt in, not my belly. Okay? An off day is okay and won't impede. An off day is okay and won't impede your progress.
That's
Noom will
right.
help you get back on track.
Won't do that
Remember,
either.
Progress, not perfection. There's no need to worry about fitting Noom into your schedule. All you need is just 5, 10, 15 minutes a day. And how much you want to spend is entirely up to you. Start building better habits today for healthier long-term results. Sign up for Noom. Oh, God. Sign up for your trial at Noom.com/SK. That's NOOM.com/SK. Start building better habits for healthier.
For healthier long-term
what is it
results,
about this
sign up for your trial at noom.com/SK. That's NOOM.com/SK.
What is it about them?
It's how they spell it with the dashes.
Dog, the words be looking
spell.
like beautiful minds to me. They be coming out and switching places. Jesus. Why do I want to say Belber Happy?
He was doing the Doctor Strange thing on you with the...
Oh. Anyway, back to Young Thug. I was watching Wallow and Gilly the King. They was trying to help Young Thug. They was like, yo, y'all got to stop saying y'all in a gang. Y'all got to stop doing stuff like this. Y'all going to be in prison for real. And of course, YouTube served me that video the moment Young Thug and them got charged. YouTube was like, you want to watch this interview? Mm-hmm. And I was like, I didn't even know they did it. He does this to a lot of people. He went crazy viral for telling Lil Durk, you got to stop. He forgave his brother's killer, Wallow did, because he was like, I wouldn't be here. Wallow did 20 in prison. They're from $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. And they from the streets, but they be trying to tell rappers like,
chill out with all that.
Stop, man. Mm-hmm. And then they don't be listening. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times, Wallow said something great. He said, man, a lot of times these dudes in the street be scared. Mm-hmm. But in the street, you can't act like you scared.
Right.
And he said, a scared nigga kill you too.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, a scared nigga will kill you.
Yeah.
That's why, my gang life.
I know, so short-lived.
It
was when you were wearing the short tie gang. That's when I saw it. I saw the murder in your eyes. STG, when he used to wear short ties. That's when he was in the gang. It was short tie gang.
They were short too.
Yeah, they were running drugs through the church. They would put the cocaine on the drums. You just hit it.
The higher the tie, the downer the fool. That's what they used to say.
There you go. Short tie gang.
I feel very bad for Young Thug. Y'all, I wish they would not have done them crimes because they got kids. I think Young Thug, one of his baby moms recently passed away.
Oh, no.
That's sad.
It's just, man, it's hard. It's nearly impossible to beat. Nearly impossible. And the other thing is when you get RICO, you be serving the majority of that time. They don't be like, oh, we're going to charge you with 15. You're going to do 7.
Because they've been stacking up since 2015.
2015. I mean, they had all kind of stuff in these charges.
That is so
And it
sad.
was everything. Everything. All the crimes. They say they rented a car and killed somebody, shot up a tour bus, sold drugs, intimidations, killed somebody in jail or attempted to kill somebody in jail. Killed these people. I mean, it was all the crimes available. It was select all. When you get the toppings, instead, it'd be faster if you just select all. Anyway, this girl tweeted, this usually happens when somebody passes away, but she tweeted, that man flew me out and made me cry the last time I saw him, and now he getting indicted.
Yes, and somebody was like, you bragging about being the 17th chick he ran through.
Why would you associate with that gang at all?
I don't.
He flew you out with drug money?
Now
29 people have been charged. The girl who got flued out on drug money. Now you done put yourself in the RICOs.
Ain't no way. Listen, they were like, you benefited from it. That's how you got here. You got the money that he got from the bank robbery got you to where he was at.
Can't be with them drug dealers, man.
Well, that's one thing we said on our podcast yesterday. Me and Marcus were doing ours. One thing that we would have done differently in high school is that I would have dated a drug dealer. I never did that.
You never dated a drug dealer?
No. Well, other than my husband.
Marcus ain't sold no drug.
He never sold drugs. Ever. I never dated a drug dealer while he was currently selling drugs. I've never. That would have been, but I would have been turned out. So it was nothing.
You would have been turned out?
Yeah.
You could have went down a different path, Angel.
If we would have stayed in Baltimore, I would have a tattoo on my neck.
You would.
You'd
be a kingpin.
You would have a tattoo on your neck of the murders you committed. Angel probably would have killed a man. You probably would have a grill.
I definitely would have a grill.
She would have been.
I would know what my real teeth look like.
She would have been the one flagging in that Morgan Stanley
boat
with all the kilos of the paraphernalia.
Do you ever think about how your life would have been different? One thing differently.
All the time. If we would not have left Baltimore, it would be just I feel like a whole different I would be a different person altogether. Real story, true story. Y'all know the Trap Queens is the show on BET Plus about women who ran major criminal enterprises, black women.
That's far.
Brisha's real life first cousin is in season 3.
Of course she is.
Really?
She was a big queen pin in Baltimore.
Selling yayo?
I don't know. I think maybe it
Heroin?
might have been pharmaceutical stuff that she was. But yeah,
She was trying to help the community.
That's the big.
she's a legit businesswoman now. But yeah.
Really? Brisha's Web could have been a different person.
Oh, absolutely. Brisha was definitely on her
And y'all
way.
didn't know each other in Baltimore, right?
I left early.
And she stayed?
Well, yeah, her people are
Still
still
there.
there. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely would have probably.
If I would have stayed in El
Sold
Paso,
drugs.
I would have had 4 baby moms.
Oh, that's definitely. I
I
can
would
see
have had
you
a
would have
Mexican,
been
little
just
Mexican, black and Mexican child, a little black child,
spread your seed everywhere.
probably a biracial child, 2
I
blacks.
would have dated a drug dealer, then started selling drugs, and then done really well at it.
I probably still would be living in El Paso if it weren't for my dad being in the military. Yeah,
Yeah, you would've-
more than likely. Then people be getting stuck there.
It's easy. It's
You
easy to
get
stuck.
stuck, especially when you have family. It just be all you know. Either that or I would have went far away to college and never came back.
Well, Aaliyah was like, I'm a long life Baltimore resident, never been arrested, no tattoos, no drug dealers. That is because you have a stronger mentality than me.
Angel is a criminal deep down inside.
Yes, I have come from a family that has experienced the criminal system. Yes, would have, but instead, I do my work for the Lord and for Kev on Stage Studio Streaming Services app. Amen.
Yeah, she does. So, Kendrick Lamar's released an album called Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. He got in a little, I don't know, it was hot water. I don't think anybody even cared, but I thought it was
nobody
interesting.
cared.
A Wahite gentleman named AK has a video called Family Tree. He accused Kendrick Lamar of stealing his video.
Exact copy of my video from 2020
you put this
of
in
my
there?
song Family Tree. Maybe I'm full of myself for thinking that Kendrick saw my video and was like, that's so good that I want to do it myself. But I was under Universal. He is under Universal. I did that video in 2020 with Universal. Obviously, the song didn't do as good as if Kendrick was to do it, but the concept was so sick. And I don't know, but it's the same exact thing. It's a backdrop. It's him in front of it. It's one take. And I want to make it clear, like, he's an icon. I respect Kendrick. Like, this is just very weird, bro. This is just very weird. That's why I was like, this is unique as when I drop this, it's going to go stupid because nobody's ever done this before. But as an independent artist, that's the type of you have to eat. And my whole message behind it is keep going because you got to eat sometimes, but eventually you'll be all right.
Why say he's under Universal, but he said he's an independent artist?
I don't think he under Universal no more.
That was the first thing that stuck out to me. I was like, okay.
I don't think he's with Universal no more. I'm watching his original video. I'm watching, a little bit more of his original video. Now I'm about to go over to Kendrick's original video to see. This is the thing. I mean, I wouldn't put it past that actually happening. Big artists take the ideas of little artists all the time, and it just is what it is, especially if it's a dope visual.
Yeah.
It's I think sometimes we believe this is a little bit different than like stealing a joke, but I do think sometimes people believe that like, oh, once you've had a good idea, that is where it will end.
Absolutely.
And that
I
is
promise
not.
you, Dave Free and Kendrick Lamar are not taking creative counsel from Universal Music.
No,
Group,
they're
though.
taking it from Michael Jackson, who did it before Kendrick.
This isn't a completely original idea.
The dude act like he came up with deep fakes.
Okay,
Deep fakes is there's a dude who does deep fakes as Tom Cruise all the time. Now, if I'm him, I'm making the same claim. I'm like, because how else are you gonna find out about AK if not this?
I will never.
You never would have seen that video if Kendrick didn't do his video this way. You would have never heard of AK. He admitted himself this song didn't go nowhere. He's an independent Universal artist.
I mean, he also admitted, he said, I could be fooling myself. I'm looking at Kendrick's and he's fooling himself. Cause I would like legit, if they looked similar enough, I'd be like, it's not unheard of. So just because it's Kendrick, I'm not gonna be like, there's no way Kendrick would. Beyonce used a whole woman's visual idea.
Did she?
Yeah, it was gorgeous too.
What she did?
It was one of the performances where the screen had a lot of things on, and she was in the middle of the screen interacting with the screens. This one woman did it like over in Europe or Germany prior to her, and it was very similar. Like, so whoever designed that Germany woman's one, more than likely also designed Beyonce's. Very similar.
They said Kanye took the floating stage idea.
Absolutely.
From an artist.
Michael Jackson was explaining the Smooth Criminal video, how he took this from this guy, the clothes from this person, the dance move from this thing. Like he never said all this was mine.
So I definitely, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I definitely, if it actually looked the same to me, I would be like, okay, he might be legit. There is enough of a difference where I'm just like, it's not black and white. It's not Kendrick is doing a tighter shot. The boy's shot was a lot bigger. And then the boy starts off with the deep fakes. He turns into Eminem. Then he turns into what's that, Lil Wayne. It takes a long time before Kendrick starts morphing into other people, but it is a similar concept.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I don't see it at all.
I was watching the Kendrick video and somebody texted me, right? And I went and checked the text. When I came back to it, his face was like somebody else's face. And I freaked out for a second. I was like, wait, what did I miss? So I had to back the video up and then watch it again. That song ain't even on the album, by the way. Did you listen to the album yet?
No,
You listen, Josh?
I did, and I was driving, and I wasn't prepared for it to be an emotionally heavy album.
It is.
And I was almost crying at some songs. I was like, this isn't what I expected. This is after we shot Bald and Beautiful. This was driving it at night.
Oh,
I have I've got through.
Normally, he doesn't put the Heart series on his albums, though. Those are just kind of like a loosey, because that's a series. That's the 5th part in the Heart.
Part 5. I'm all up on it.
Okay.
I didn't know he didn't put them on his album.
They usually, I mean, whoever knows, but it's the last ones have not been on there.
I just got through Silent Hill. I haven't
You didn't get.
I haven't got through all of it.
Man,
I be listening to some songs. That Crown is a great one. I was listening to it for myself. There was a lot of discourse about Auntie Diaries. It looks like the theme for Kendrick from this album is he been to therapy. It's interesting to me. This is what I like about older rappers that are allowed to make work. My main thing about rap that I want to, whether you like it or not, I love when artists make music relevant to where they are in life. Like
444.
Like 444. I was like, yeah, and I'm not saying all rappers have to, because Pusha T says, cocaine, I sell it. I rap about it.
RICO.
That's all I'm gonna do.
Right.
Okay? And then I'm gonna do an Arby's song. But other than that, I'm right back to cocaine.
Somebody on Twitter said, the more you just understand that Pusha T is always going to be round about selling dope, it's going to be a lot easier to listen to.
Well, he said he said I'm Scorsese. You don't expect Scorsese to do nothing but make mob movies. And then one time he was in Shark Fin. What was that shark movie that Will Smith was in?
Shark Tale.
And then he was right back to making mob movies. That's what he likes. That's what he does.
Oh, Scorsese. I thought you said Pusha T. I was like, he was in Shark Tale.
Pusha T says he was like Scorsese. How Scorsese be talking about mob stuff every time. Pusha T said, I'm going to talk about this. I prefer, good or bad, for rap or whatever genre, to talk about where you are in life. I like the evolution, which means there has a chance where I'm not going to like that music because you're at a place where I don't reflect, or I don't like your work on that, but I want you to make it. Kendrick now, he's 5 years removed from Damn. I believe it was 5 years from Damn.
2017, I think.
Yeah, I think it was 5 years. He said he had writer's block for the first 2 years.
Wow.
He didn't have his phone for a certain amount of time. Since then, he's been in therapy, and he's making the music that he wants to make. And he's like, you can't. There's one of the songs. The whole chorus is "You Can't Please Everybody." Crown, I believe it is. It's a great song. Can't please everybody. Can't please everybody. Can't please everybody. The reason I bring this up is because there's a song called "Auntie Diaries" where he talks about his. I want to say his uncle transitioning. I believe. Don't quote me.
Transitioning in what way?
Transitioning into a different.
Into a woman? I wasn't sure if you meant transitioning into
I don't know how.
Hold on.
I just wanted to make sure I was.
Yeah, the song says my auntie is a man now. transitioned to a man.
Oh, his aunt is transgendered man.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So
I'm on the same page.
Twitter, before I even had a chance to listen to the song, I listened to the song a little snippets, but I haven't got to that song. I'm trying to listen to the album in order.
I respect
People were mad at him for dead naming and misgendering and things like that. And I thought about that, and I can see why you'd be upset. I totally understand that. And I think the earlier song was "You Can't Please Everybody" was him saying, "I'm gonna make this art, and I'm gonna be okay with people not liking it." What
correct.
I say,
correct.
and I also thought I don't think Twitter was necessarily the. I don't even know if anybody was the intended audience for this album. I think Kendrick just was like,
I think
this is what's been on my mind for the last 5 years. I'm gonna record this.
The album was therapy
for him.
For him,
Yeah.
yes,
A
of
lot
course.
of people are doing therapy as art. That's what. What's his face?
Gerard Carmichael.
Come on,
Did you
know
watch
who I
that?
said? Yes, I did.
That is what it was.
It was.
It was.
I didn't watch his last one.
Whew,
It was.
You
a
gotta see it.
group
Okay.
therapy session.
It was literally
That's dope.
led by him. He
Yes.
was letting the audience talk to him.
Full blown conversation.
Like literally, he was talking about how. So he came out in
Of
the
the closet.
special, right?
Uh-huh.
But it wasn't like a
heard
ta-da.
about that.
It was like a heart-wrenching. Here's how I came to this decision.
Yeah, he was
Here's-
like, I've been lying to y'all.
Yes. Here's
Yes.
how my family reacted. It wasn't all great. This person was cool. This person asked for some money. My mom didn't take it well. We haven't talked. It was like that. And somebody was like, do you ever think you'll go talk to your mom? And you could watch him literally process that question and answer it. Not even in joke form. This was just,
We gonna talk about it. That's what it was.
I don't know. Maybe we will. It was like that.
He like when I tell you, he let silence take place in there. Like there would be times where it would literally be 10 seconds of him just pondering, trying to answer or figure out what was the next thing he needed to say in the moment.
Oh wow,
Heavy.
wow.
Heavy. I didn't even know stand-up could be done like that, but Angel's correct. It was their art as therapy, you said? Therapy is art?
People are using putting therapy as art now, making their therapy art.
And that was a great, that brings up a great question that somebody said on Twitter. I think it was Jamel Smith. Does art have to be created for public consumption, or can it just be made for the art? While you think about your answer, here's mine. I think it depends on what your goal is. If you want art to be profitable and lucrative, then it needs to be made for public consumption. If you want art to be just for you, I always believe make what you want. People are too fickle to please anyway. Like, are you familiar with Honey Pot, Angel?
That sounds real familiar.
Black woman, she makes feminine
I
products.
was about to say, cleans your cootie cat. Yeah, go ahead.
She was getting obliterated on the onlines over the last couple of days because her formula changed, and people said she sold her company. I'm getting to the point about art. I'll circle it back. They was on her crazy. She changed her formula. It's not organic anymore. She sold the company. She sold out. She had to come back and be like, bruh, I still own the company. We changed the formula to make it healthier, and some things are supply chain related. Like you can't get everything because of the pandemic. You can't get everything you used to get. I'm trying to make the product be able to last longer. She had to turn her comments off because they called her everything but a child of God. But in the past, she was high and lifted up. She was Daenerys Targaryen with all the black hands. And that part rubbed me so wrong. All them black hands lifted up that white woman. I was like, turn it off. Kill her. If she could burn, I want her to burn. I know she can't be burned. But my point is, the folks turned on her quickly, and that's also what Kendrick Lamar talks about. He was like, man, they love you for a season. Like he don't want the crown. He don't want to be the greatest rapper alive. He basically was like, just leave me alone sometimes.
I'm not your savior.
I'm not your savior. And I think that's the proliferation of internet consuming content. And I don't think people also understand how long it takes to make something that they consume in an hour and decide if it's good within that same hour. Like Kendrick, basically, for all intents and purposes, you can say it took him 5 years to make the album. If he wasn't actively,
I could believe it because sonically, I heard a little bit of Black Panther in there. I heard parts of the Hard Part 4 in some of the I'm talking production wise. So like I could completely understand when he said there were 2 years where I didn't want to do anything because I physically couldn't get anything out.
Yeah.
To then come back and then still make like a 444 album, but like at the apex of his craft.
Yeah.
Like his I mean, he is still a rapper's favorite rapper. You can't ever contest that.
Yeah. And I think it's like Beyonce when she was like, I don't make music for streaming. I don't even put my music on. I don't care about Billboard. She make the music. Lemonade wasn't made to sell. If Beyonce wanted to make 1 million single ladies and hit the top of the charts, she could make that music in her sleep.
Yeah.
She actually, to me, Lemonade is her magnum opus. It's her greatest work to me because it told such a story. It works as just an album, but the album plus the visuals, I was like, this woman is really talking about some stuff.
Talking about some stuff.
I was like, dang, we got to go behind the veil a little bit on Beyonce, right? But it's not necessarily her most popular, commercially successful album. But I don't think those two things have to be the same to be enjoyed like that.
My definition of art, you know, it's hard for me to describe. It's like describing how I get pissed off that I don't have other internet providers to choose from. That is what art is like to me. You know, how do you choose which internet service provider to use?
How do you?
The sad thing is most of us have very little choice because ISPs operate like monopolies in regions they serve. Y'all see me and Marcus struggling at the house because we have a certain internet provider that don't do right.
Really?
They use this monopoly power to take advantage of customers. Data caps, streaming throttles, the list goes on. But worst of all, many ISPs log your internet activity and sell the data to other big tech companies and advertisers. To prevent ISPs from seeing my internet activity, I protect all of my devices with ExpressVPN.
Yeah.
So what is ExpressVPN? It's a simple app on your computer or smartphone that encrypts all your network data and tunnels it through a secure VPN service so that your ISP cannot see any of your activity. Just think about how much of your life is on the internet. Listen, all of our life is on the internet, Jesus. Sadly, the list of people you've been messaging, sites you visited, and videos you've watched get tracked by tech giants who sell your information for profit. That's the reason why I recommend ExpressVPN as the best way to hide your online activity from your ISP. You just download the app, tap one button on your device, and you're protected. Truly, privacy is becoming more and more important to me because of how much we do online. There are very few things that other than maybe go to the bank that I do in person, everything, paying bills, all the things. And it is kind of eerie. Especially now that my kids have more access to online, I don't want their activities being tracked by anyone. So I am so glad that I have ExpressVPN to protect me and my family. And ExpressVPN does all of this without slowing down your connection. That's why it's rated the #1 VPN service by CNET and The Verge. So stop handing over your personal data to ISPs and other tech giants who mine your activity and sell off your information. Protect yourself with the VPN I trust to keep me private, online. Visit expressvpn.com/SK.
SK.
That's EXPRESSVI. I'm gonna spell it one more time because I went off the rails there. That's EXPRESSVPN.com/SK to get 3 extra months free. Go to expressvpn.com/SK right now to learn more. All right. And listen here. That's it. Perfect. I thought we had 4 spots, but no, art. So back to what I was actually trying to say. I go back and forth with that. I do believe that you can make art for your own self-expression, to be able to get that energy off of you, to get those thoughts out, to be able to have a way of, because I do think art is a good way of processing thoughts and ideas that are in your mind. But I also feel some type of way about art that does not consider an intended audience.
Say more.
Not that it has to be commercialized. I'm not saying that it has to be for profit, but I am about what value are you adding to the world, right?
Yeah.
Like, especially if you're going to take up space in the world with your art.
Yeah.
So, while yes, I do think artists should be to the point where they're actually making the things that they want to make, but I still think there should be a want to benefit somebody, even if it's just, so for instance, I'm not saying this was the purpose of Gerard Carmichael's stand-up, but I would hope that he saw his transparency as not just freedom for him, but freedom for other people watching.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So while I don't think people need to be a slave to the dollar amount, a slave to the clicks, the likes, the shares, the streams, but if you don't have a way that you're trying to actually benefit the earth, you are wasting my time. Period.
I think what I need to do, what I needed to, and I agree with Kendrick, I agree with you also. For me, what I needed to understand was you can't please everybody.
Yes.
In so many ways. Now, I still make my stuff for public consumption, but the part that I agree with is trying to please everyone.
Oh yeah.
Is impossible.
No,
I can't even please me.
Yeah.
I said, man, healthy, Kev. No. Last night I had a mango milkshake, and I was already asleep. I forgot I ordered. Jodo brought it to me. I was in the bed. You shouldn't be laying down drinking a milkshake.
You shouldn't.
I was asleep. He said, "Hey, the milkshake's here." I said, "What?" Oh
no, Kevin, no.
And I said on my nightstand, I said, that was better than I thought. Then I went to sleep, and I had a glass of wine before that.
Kevin,
I had a long day, but the point is, especially with Churchy, right? I was talking to Mel about it, and she was like, "Well, if you do," when we were in the creative process, she was like, "You do this, people gonna say that. You do this, people gonna say this." Especially about the black woman character. You do this, people gonna say that. I said, "Well, guess what?
right?
Sometimes people, like actual people, do stuff that other people don't agree with. No matter what I do, somebody gonna say something. Right now, I'm never gonna make something purposely offensive or wrong or what I'm saying, or what I don't agree with, but." To get everybody to, listen, I've said this a million times. I'm going to let you finish.
No, go ahead. No.
Kevin at 39. Kevin at 29 would think Kevin at 39
It's going to hell.
is going to hell. He ain't saved. Kevin at 19 would think Kevin at 29 wasn't saved. So even me can't please me. And I know what I'm trying to do. I can't expect all y'all. I hope people love it and enjoy it. I put a lot of work and resources into it. But I know people are going to be like, Pastor shouldn't be doing this. People shouldn't be doing this. But this is what I want to say, and this is what I said. And I said what I said. Like the prophetess Nene Leakes said, I said what I said.
I said what I said. Yeah, I think whenever you put it out for public consumption, now it's different if you in your house and you painting, or if you're in your house and you're singing or you're doing a dance. Do whatever you want to do to make you happy. But when you are putting it out for it to be consumed by the public, I think you need to have some sort of intent for it to be beneficial to someone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there are enough people making things to purposefully harm people. I do think we have to actually be deliberate in creating things to counteract that. So that's the only reason why I'm not so here for art without an audience, because it's just like, well, there are people who are making art specifically for the demise of certain people, and and if you don't agree with that, and if you think it is harmful, I do feel like you got to counteract that at some point in time. Not all the time, but some point in time.
Speaking about art, there's a young Wahite rapper by the name of Jack Harlow from
Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Ooh.
Good old-fashioned Louisville. There was a great discussion about young Mr. Harlow last week because during an interview, he found out Brandy and Ray J are siblings. Let's play that for you now.
I can see why he would guess that.
Wait, stay with it. Stay with it.
An angel has always been thought
One of my favorite
to be one of God's most precious works.
Equal Moon?
Guess that's how she had you fooled. She was an angel in disguise.
Can I give him a hint?
I know what you're going to give the same hint I'm going to give. Go ahead. What's your hint?
All right, how about I go this way? She had a TV show. She started a TV show.
Tell me another hint. Her brother is the reason why a lot of people are famous, you can argue.
Her brother had an amazing sex tape.
See, baby, my love is true. The most important.
Very famous.
Who's Ray J's sister?
Oh my God!
Who's Ray J's sister?
Yo, fact, he's serious. He's serious. Yo, he's 24.
I didn't know they were siblings. Who is it?
You didn't know Brandy
Oh,
and
it's a
Brandy and Ray
self-titled
J are
album.
siblings? Yes.
Thank you, Alexandra.
Nobody's ever told me that in my life.
You just found that out today?
Nobody
Yo, that
ever
is
told me that.
amazing.
Wow.
Yo, give it up to Jack Harlow.
Love you, Jack
man.
Harlow.
Yo, that is amazing.
Yo,
No, I love that.
y'all got a good clip on that one. Ray J and Brandy are siblings. I had no idea, bro. We just did an hour and a half of great content. It's
Just to
only
get
going to
that.
say Jack Harlow didn't know Ray J and Brandy were siblings.
Which is exactly what happened. People were like, Jack Harlow doesn't know Ray J and Brandy are siblings, which became the thing is. Before I watched that clip, I was like, wait a second, he doesn't know who Brandy is.
Correct.
That was the siblings thing. I can give you that, right? I'll give you the pass on not knowing their siblings.
I don't know.
When I was like, hold on, you don't know who she is at all. It was
That's
like
crazy
he
to
never
me.
heard this voice.
I mean,
That-
he's 24 years old though.
He's 24 and white.
If he was 24 and worked at Bank of America, he would get a pass.
Right.
He would get a pass
That's
from me.
fair. Okay.
But you're 24 and you are in the music industry, and a lot of your songs, if I'm correct about Jack Harlow, black folk be liking and bumping. I feel as though you should have known.
Well, the thing is,
If you jump back to Aaliyah, she been dead for a long time. If you can jump back to Aaliyah, you should know a still alive. She had a versus.
well, the thing
2
is,
years ago, a year ago.
the key that you keyed in on, this is what black folks be talking about, right? Jack Harlow had a tough week. He was at the Kentucky Derby. Some black dudes was carrying him. Did you see that?
No.
Black dudes was carrying him so he wouldn't get his shoes scuffed. So a group of black
stomp
dudes
across
was
his
walking him, and he was literally like this, carrying him. And it was just terrible optics.
Jack should have been like, where's my dad? Get somebody white up in here, please. Mix it up.
Get somebody white
it
up in
up.
here.
Come on now. Y'all know how this is going to be. Mix it up.
Get somebody white up in here. So the thing is, to be in hip hop, to be a white person in hip hop, right? It's Brandy.
Yes.
Brandy has been famous forever.
Yes.
I can't remember a time in my life, maybe when I was 7. Brandy's 43. Matter of fact, she responded.
You saw that tweet?
Yeah, she responded to Jack Harlow. She said, what did she say? I will murk this dude in rap at 43 on his own beats and then sing his butt to sleep. Brandy, 43. She's 4 years older than me right now. She, like Beyonce, feel like they've been around
She has,
as long
though.
as I've been around.
The one thing I will say, she ain't had that many hits since he's been alive. Like, since he's probably been in the music industry.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
It's not like, she's still very relevant. I'm just saying, we're not like, you hear that new Brandy song? We're not doing that currently. But it's just, I can think of so many musicians and singers that I love that weren't even alive when I was born.
Absolutely.
So it is just a little bit like, out of popular music, Brandy is not like just a blip in music.
Would you be
know what I'm
mad
saying?
if,
Facts.
you think people would be mad if he didn't know Maya?
No.
I would be.
If he didn't know Blue Cantrell, I'd be like, okay.
I'll give you Blue.
I'd be like,
I'll give
I
you
get
Blue.
it. If he was like, that's not Faith Evans, I'd be like, I understand.
I was just listening to her song the other day.
Going up to hit him upside.
What happened to old Blue?
She was naked, and they said, you are the
What
devil.
up? What up?
There was like pictures of her where she was nude, I do believe, that surfaced, and it murdered her career.
News took out Blue?
That's when people cared. That's when people pretend
Now
like
News
they cared.
put you on.
They're like, you're a winner. Let's get this song on TikTok.
If he didn't know Hit 'Em Up Style, you'd be like, oh, that's all right.
That's not, I'd be like, I
If
get
he
it.
didn't know Uncle Sam, although I love Uncle Sam, if he wasn't like, I don't ever want to see you again. If he wasn't like, Tyrese, but I love Uncle Sam. But Brandy,
That's just, it's, I can't give him I ain't mad about it, but like, he should have known. If you know who Ray J is.
that's the thing.
Yeah. If you know who Ray J is, you let me know that you're studying the wrong thing. You're not studying your actual craft.
To be fair, though, they're never really branded together, though, as siblings anymore.
No, I get that he didn't know they were siblings. He didn't know who Brandy was at all. That's what I'm saying. He knew who Ray J was.
This was more over the fact of them being siblings.
No, I don't care about that.
Oh, okay.
Because
okay.
You should know, but I get that. He didn't know who Brandy was at all. He was just like a minute and a half of. He could have been there for 3 hours. They could have played every album. He would have been like,
yeah.
Who? Kelly Rowland. Who else?
I don't even think he was trolling then.
No,
he genuinely didn't know.
No,
he
did not know.
As a person, period.
It's like somebody not knowing Anita Baker's music. You know, cardinal sin. People, blacks. Anita Baker, how could you not know her?
I'm gonna slap you.
What if you just grew up in the church and you weren't allowed to listen to that music? And that one whining song that she did wasn't allowed to be played at your house. Black people will be upset. I understand, Brother Harlow.
You knew what coochie was, and you weren't allowed to have that. So how in the world do you not know who Anita Baker is?
I sought that out.
You should have been seeking out.
You saw that it was good.
A rapture of love.
I am going to say it again. Seeking out a rapture of love. Me not knowing Anita Baker is not a failure of me. It's a failure of my community. Your community is responsible for putting you up on artists before you. That's why I play this music for my children. It is my responsibility to put them up. As a child,
somebody get Tony Baker. I'm not
who has no money. It is not my responsibility
Tony
to
Baker
find
answer
out.
my phone call. I'd call him right now.
He probably look at this and be like,
It is 9:32. He ain't awake.
He really ain't up. It is not my responsibility as a child who is 5.
But you're not
6.
but when we've discovered you didn't know you were not a child. You were a grown man with hair on your beard, not your head. You were alive in this world thinking that the Spice Adams sound is what you called it. That's what you did. You were grown.
But why would I go after that? If I didn't know as a child, how am I going to seek her out then?
Because I know that wasn't the first time you heard, this is an Anita Baker song, just in life.
It was.
No,
people don't be talking about Anita Baker on the everyday.
Do.
You do. You play Anita Baker's music in your home when you clean up.
And Melissa keep a clean house. So you trying to tell me she never played Anita Baker?
She played it. I just didn't know that
because you don't respect black women. You heard that black woman's voice. You said, "Shut it out."
Okay.
Give me Selena. Give me my love, Mexican love. That's
I didn't
what
know
you
that much about
doing.
Selena either.
Come on.
You know what Anita Baker was for me? It was like this song, right? Okay. You know you heard this song. Right? I heard her music. I'm not saying I never heard her music.
But then why would you give Spice Adams that sound?
I just started putting names to songs and artists from like the 80s era that my dad would always play like the past year and a half.
Yeah. So you
Josh
what you
is
do?
still a young lad. You are a grown man with a business.
Why is Josh not grown?
He is grown.
Josh about to be 30.
No, don't you flip the script.
You
You call me 8 years old every other day.
I never did that.
I'm not doing this.
You are going to be 30
I'm not
next
doing
year.
this.
You are over
He
here
is a
over
homeowner.
a whole conglomeration.
A RICO.
You should have known.
I stand by this. I didn't know. There's no way to know.
You cannot blame it on your community, though.
I can.
No.
And I will stand by that. I will. That's a hill I will die on. Well, I need a hill, I knew.
A shame. A shame. You should be ashamed of yourself.
But I'm just a baby.
No, you're
but
not.
You got to tell mommy, I'm just a baby.
You are not no goddamn baby.
But anyway, my point was, you
about to lie about something.
No.
Nah, you about to lie
you
your
blacks
face off.
should let me off the hook. Because no matter how upset you get, she knows me. And she don't know you.
Here we go.
I went backstage and she loves me and she follows me on Twitter. This just goes to show favor ain't fair. She was okay with it. Y'all be mad. Y'all still mad at Justin Timberlake. Janet Jackson said it was okay. Y'all still mad at me and Nita Baker said it's okay. Nita Baker told me herself, told the world it's going. She said, that's my grandson. I love him. Okay? She took my side, blocked Tony Becker, and they got the same last name.
That's crazy.
Block.
Is
That
he
was
still
an
blocked?
accident.
That was no accident. I told her. I said, Auntie, block him.
No, she was like, black. He's black. That's what she clicked. He's black. I love him
This is the
so
black
much.
button.
There's a black man right there. Black. That's what she did. She didn't know that it was keeping him from being able to talk to her. He couldn't even say hello. Like you can say hello to Hello Fresh.
Oh!
I absolutely love
Make the sound, Josh.
So if you didn't know, HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. They give you pre-portioned ingredients and also a recipe card that is easy to follow. Comes together in about like 30 minutes. You save about 72% rather than eating at a restaurant. We be tearing it up. I made these burrito bowls for the kids yesterday. It has some charred, what you call it, corn, some rice, some beans, some cilantro, and then tomato. It was good. Made it for them children. It came together so quick. You can pick from your favorites from 50 different weekly options. You can skip weeks that when you need to change your delivery dates or update your preferences on all on the HelloFresh app. We do the pescatarian meal. So we don't have to worry about getting pork or beef because we don't eat pork or beef, which is great. So we get things like pasta, we get sloppy joes, which are made up from Beyond Meat. There's a lot of different great meals that you can get. And I'm just saying, you can go ahead and try it. Stop spending all your money on stupid stuff. And that way you can get the app too. You can get the Kev on Stage Studio streaming services app if you go ahead and get HelloFresh because you're going to be saving money and you're not going to be wasting food. Look at how I'm helping you here in life. Also, if you didn't know this, Green Chef and Every Plate are now owned by HelloFresh, and with a wider array of meal plans to choose from, there's something for everyone. I love switching between the brands, and now our listeners can enjoy both brands at a discount on us. Come on. Go to HelloFresh.com/SK16.
SK16.
And use code SK16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. Again, go to HelloFresh.com/SK16.
SK16.
And use code SK16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. It's HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. But yeah, you didn't know, Anita. And, you know, we all have to move on in life, but we know, we will remember.
Remember what?
That you didn't know.
Oh, I know that. This is going on almost 5 years.
It's going to go on your tombstone.
Black folks ain't going to never let it go that I found out about Anita Baker, even though my mom admitted that she didn't play her and she listened to her on her own. All I'm saying is I just didn't know she made the music. I was aware of the music. Did you know Bobby Caldwell was white? Did you know Bobby Caldwell made that song?
Which song? What are we talking about?
What you gonna do for love? Yeah, well, he's white though, but the point, I bet you don't know everybody.
I don't know everybody.
So why I get in trouble?
Because I would not, not knowing everybody, give it to Spice Adams. That's the part that you're.
I didn't give it to Spice
You
Adams.
said,
I said that's the sound Spice Adams used. That's all I said. And first of all, and I want y'all to know, I didn't go out public with that. Melissa's the one that threw me under the bus.
Absolutely, because she's not about to get caught on no RICO charges. She's like, this is not a racketeer that I am about to be a part of.
Everybody knows why. Everybody, when you black, you got to know everything. Every artist, every song. I know all the gospel. Nobody cares.
No.
I know almost every other artist and every other song. Nobody cares.
Anita Baker is important.
She is the best. That's
what
why
you're
she
missing.
invited me backstage.
So you got a whole bunch of useless people saved up in your head that don't amount to Anita Baker.
Anita Baker, all I ever said was I didn't know her name. But now I know.
You don't know her name.
Now I know. That's, I know it.
You're terrible.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba.
You're terrible.
All right. In other news,
we're gonna talk about Jesse slinging that thing on the stage. On the stage.
Not Jesse Collins. What's his name?
Jesse with that thing slinging on the stage is his name.
What's his name? Jesse Williams.
Slinging.
Jesse Williams went viral because somebody took advantage of him.
They did.
And
they were dead wrong.
Took a picture of him performing on Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
He was booty hole naked.
I'm talking about how it came into the world.
Now, let me tell you something. Time out. I didn't know you could be booty hole naked on Broadway.
Yeah, you could be booty hole naked at any stage play.
I did not know you could be butthole.
I did a play where I was supposed to be butt.
Angel, you had her butt out in the wind?
No, I said, y'all get me some nude colored draws and bra right now.
You was out there in bra and panties?
Yeah. No pictures is online. I was in shape, honey.
What? Why you did that laugh like that?
I was in shape. That was Venus Hottentot in the Susan Laurie Parks play Venus.
Really?
Yeah, and I was supposed to be butthole naked.
And you told them people no?
It was for grad school. I'm not getting paid for this. Now, did my titty fall out on stage at one point in time?
Stop it. Stop
the guy actually with me was like, Angel. I was like, ooh.
Now you talking about he whispered to you?
Yes.
She said, "Get back in there."
Like we were like facing each other, laying down, and he was like, "Oh, Angel." I was like, "Oh my God."
So there's somebody out in the world who said, "That Angel, I see the titty back."
I see the titty, the left one.
I see the titty down when I lived in Orange County.
There you go. There you go.
And they won't be lying.
They won't be. They will not be lying.
Angel Taxi done made that television program. You know, back in about 04, I think I seen her titty in
yeah.
She was Venus Hottentot.
It was 02. Things was everything.
You had a wardrobe malfunction. That was your Justin Timberlake.
It was, but
was he black man or white man?
White.
Oh wow.
And he protected you.
He was like, put the titty back up. And I was like, oh, let me put the titty back in. Let me put it back. Yeah. But I was supposed to be naked, and I was like, absolutely not.
So how did they come to you and be like, hey, would you be naked?
No, I've read the play, so I knew.
Oh, you already knew.
And I was like, so you casting me? I will be clothed. This is what we're not. We're not
Did they
starting.
fight you on it?
No. For why? Why are we gonna do it? That's just dumb. You ain't gonna force somebody into nakedness. Come on, Angel. Let's just see some tits. The people will relate to it so much more. Just tits than the thong, maybe. No. I was like full blue. I asked for full draws too. I was like, you're not getting none of these
Can we
bears.
get the full coverage?
Yes.
No, I don't want liability.
I want compression shorts like basketball players. Put them on me. Sorry, we're supposed to be talking about Jesse.
So anyway, I didn't know that. I never been to a play on Broadway where it's naked. I never even seen people kiss. I actually only been to Broadway like 2 times. No, 3. I seen Hamilton. I seen The Lion King.
Yeah, ain't nobody getting naked in The Lion King.
And I think I saw I saw The Temptations.
Oh yeah, no, people get naked. They get naked for off Broadway, off Broadway, small houses.
Really?
I did a sex scene once on stage.
Did you really?
I did in college.
Angel, who are you?
An actress.
That's Angel, that chick, the actress?
Yes.
Wait, what? How you did a sex scene? What happened? Jesse, we'll get to him. Far more interesting. I didn't know you had so much real life to you. Oh yeah, I done had dudes taken from me when I was on Broadway too. All this stuff happened to you?
Actress.
This segment's not making serious sex.
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh, put it on camera. Yeah.
I can't
Sirius
wait.
got pissed at us.
They
Oh, did
twice.
they? When?
Twice.
That's what you get.
We didn't know what the line was.
What was
we
the line?
put them
We had
church
just-
folks wrote
We had
in.
just talked about the line hours before.
Oh no.
Them church folks
What
wrote.
I say? Was it something I said?
You cussed and Josh didn't edit it out.
Well, that's not my fault.
And Sirius didn't catch it either.
No, because
They came in with a hot email. It's Sunday morning, and
Oh.
I got to hear the cuss. Josh,
You be telling me it's okay, Angel. Go ahead, cuss.
we
See?
put the semen retention clip up. They said, "What?"
What?
They said
Bust a nut?
Bust a nut.
They said we could do whatever we wanted, but they didn't mean it. And we asked them. They said, do whatever y'all want.
Yeah.
We said, hey, what y'all think about this bust a nut?
Bust a nut.
They didn't like it. Where's
Come back
quality?
to live on Kirk Franklin's
Where's
Brain Sirius
quality?
XM Radio. We're getting back to bust a nut.
Bust a nut for the
We
Lord.
got in trouble 2 weeks in a row. I said, Josh,
You about to lose your spot.
you about to lose your
Your
job.
job.
You about to lose.
Lose your job.
They gonna cancel on Kev on Stage show. I got written up 2 weeks in a row.
I can't.
We asked them what the line was. Now we know. I said, Josh, just do some interviews for a little bit.
Just interview some folk. Don't.
Welcome to Kev on Stage Show, a.k.a. the Coming to the Stage Show.
Right.
Because all week we're doing interviews.
Oh, yeah.
I said, interview, put the Tabitha Brown interview up.
Oh, come on.
Just loop it.
You
Just be like,
already
how
Tabitha
about
Brown and Orlando Draper. The whole thing. Andre Crouch, Shirley Caesar.
If you gonna put anything I say up, you need to go through it with a lice comb. You got to make sure that I didn't say something off the wall.
But anyway,
Jesus.
tell us about when you had sex on stage.
What was the show? It was like a Native Son, which was a play by. Ooh, I can't.
Oh, I know
book.
Native
It's
Son.
a book by, and then it was turned into a play.
Somebody said we got to interview Jesus next to make good.
Oh yeah, Lord, yes.
Native Son is.
So there was a sex scene and a rape scene in it.
It's a rape scene? I think I've read this.
no.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me tell you who this
My good girlfriend Lucretia Berry, or Berry as she goes by now, she directed
Paul Green
it.
and Richard Wright.
Yep.
Yep.
It was in a little theater at the University of Kentucky. But again, I wasn't naked. I've never done anything naked on stage. I have contemplated it, but
What
never
made you
have.
change your mind? Or ultimately
Is
go away
that
from it?
not getting paid for it. I had thought, let me tell you the advice that Mekhi Phifer gave me. Oh, Jesus. When we worked on the show together, we went out to lunch, and I was just like, let me pick your brain. He was like, you should probably do like King Magazine or something like that.
Really? King Magazine? He wanted you to be a magazine vixen?
Well, I looked and I was like, a lot of the actresses that worked, black actresses
Yeah.
that worked a lot, they did a spread in either King or
Reagan Gomez?
XSL. Oh,
Did
yeah.
Reagan Gomez do it?
Oh, absolutely. All of them did it. And I was really Lauren London did one. I was really
Did you
contemplating
have
like
a King Magazine? Like, I don't know.
at the time I was married to Marcus, so I said, okay, this was Mekhi's advice. I was like, so let's think about this. Okay. They are really in lingerie.
They was out there.
They are really.
That was porn for young blacks.
Yes.
King, Maxim Magazine. Butts was out.
I was like, no, not gonna do it. Yeah, no. But that's probably the closest to like being like, well, you darn near naked that I
Yeah.
ever like got to like contemplating it. But yeah, no, nudity is very much so a part of a lot of theater experiences because we did enough shows at UC Irvine where people were butthole naked.
Butthole naked on
I'm
the
talking
stage.
about booty butt-hole naked.
Really?
Aardvarks.
Huh?
Zazat.
Go Aardvarks.
That's
oh.
our mascot. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh,
But
wait,
I
I
can
thought
do
you
it.
was talking.
Oh, but yeah,
Oh.
they did. Some of
I
them look
didn't-
like aardvark noses.
I know.
I didn't catch Tip Hub, so I didn't know.
No.
No, you got your
So
own.
anyway,
tip,
old Jesse,
Mm-hmm.
Jesse is
bro. Not
different.
Jesse.
Jesse, he had his privacy violated. Apparently, you were supposed to take phones at that place, but somebody
Yeah,
snuck
they
one
had
in.
the phones locked. Yeah.
Yeah, but somebody snuck in. I'd be having two phones. So at places where they take one phone, I'd be having another phone. People never expect you to have two phones, but I do. But anyway, his consent was violated, and then all over the internet, his penis was everywhere.
Yeah, not just there's the scene is the shower scene in the thing, and he legitimately slaps his penis.
Sorry, guys.
I didn't see
Sorry. Yes, it is.
that. I didn't see no video.
I was like, how? What is this show about? What is this? I'm so enthralled at what are we supposed to be talking about here? Yeah, no, that was definitely that does feel like a violation. Like it already
It's only not a violation because he's a man.
No, it is a violation.
No. Well, obviously it is, but it's only not framed as a violation because he's a man.
It should be.
If that was with this woman here, and somebody was like, "Man, look at her legs, they are big," people would be like, "That is wrong." But for this, it was like, "Girl, I'm going down to Broadway, see them balls." They probably sold that whole thing out.
Oh, yeah.
People gonna be in there with binoculars. Like I don't even hear it. I don't
night
need
vision
to know,
goggles.
I don't need to know what the play is about. I want to see balls and change.
Balls and change. Let's see. What are we doing? It's just kind of like, girl, you paid that Broadway ticket and really not just didn't just record it. You put it on the interwebs after you recorded it.
Are we sure it's a girl that posted it?
It could have been a dude. Absolutely. Could have been a dude. But luckily, it doesn't seem like Jesse is self-conscious or got bad backlash from it. So he's like, I mean, we do need to remember
What if his meat was
consent.
little?
I think he would probably take a little more issue to the picture being leaked.
Yeah.
That-
People's penises are small. Some people in the world. In order to have an average, you got to have some that are small. People have some
think you would've
people.
flagged
Some
that
people you
video?
know and love.
Huh?
They said you think he would have flagged that video if he was like,
You probably wouldn't do the play. If your meat's not big enough for that, you probably like.
you don't get casted?
I don't go butthole naked for that.
I think for him and the like who he is in the world of this industry, like people see him as a sex symbol and everything like that. I don't think he would have done it if he didn't feel confident about what the Lord gave him. I think dudes who are, not as endowed, if they do it, they're also confident in they don't care. They're just like, yeah, this is it. This is all you're getting. This is all you're getting. You ain't about to shame me. This is what I got.
This is all I got. I didn't choose it.
Yeah, it's just like, when women when women are nude in movies, and there are some women who they as big as a boy. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no boobs. They're not like, well, hopefully no one sees these little titties. They are very confident in the fact that that's their breast size. There's that one actress who's got her breast out all the time, and the firmness has been gone. She don't care. Them things be flapping everywhere. She's always naked. I'd be like, well, girl, you know what? Body positivity. Come on. Come on. This is what we're here for.
The firmness.
It's all gone. You know who I'm talking about.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I'm not gonna say it out loud, but there's an actress. She titties be at least 3 movies. Her titties have been out, and I've been like, you know what, girl? I'm here for it. Like you like this is my body. You can tell it is natural.
Because I don't know what
it is all natural too, and obviously. But yeah. Would you have been shocked going to that play and then all of a sudden Jesse was naked? Would you be like, Melissa, cover your eyes?
No, I'd have been like, look at what you see now, because you know when you get home, it ain't gonna be that. Do you have McDonald's money? You better enjoy what you see, because I'm a great father. I pick up the kids on time. Soccer. You better enjoy this entertainment. You understand me?
The memes that came from that were hilarious.
I have vulnerability. That's what I give to you. Okay, you want to see that humongous pee? You look at Jesse Williams.
You look over now.
I ain't gonna hold you. I just went swimming.
Would you ever have nudity in any of one of your things that you produce?
Let me tell
like
you
not you be nude, but have nudity in one of your because what's his name?
Tyler?
Yeah, he be having people nude.
He be having butthole naked on that BET Plus. They crossed the line. I mean,
Candace Renee naked on her show.
Candace?
Yeah, she naked.
I remember I was watching P Valley, and Brandy was titties was out. I had to turn away.
Oh, Brandy's whole body was out. Brandy's body is amazing.
That Brandy is one of the actresses I knew before that show. She actually was on ADD all the time. She did choreograph some videos. She acted. Seeing her like that, I was just like, it's like seeing your sister. You're like, ah, gosh.
Nah, I was like, oh, girl, yes.
It's not the same for women on women.
I mean, obviously.
Girls be grabbing each other's titties and butt and stuff, and they don't be, you can do that. You can't grab your boy's balls and be like, dang, them balls is balling.
Let me feel.
You can't.
Balls is falling.
You just can't. It don't.
I keep looking at the balls, he's on the Jeep.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I probably would. There's a lot of stuff I wouldn't think that I ever would have done that I'm doing. I nigga is in churchy. Because church people say nigga.
Because you be saying it too. But yeah, would you?
I would.
You would have naked folk?
I would have. I don't know about naked. Here's my thing. I think the story needs to be for 50 million. Somebody said, would I be naked for 50 million? Absolutely. Let me.
Karen would be naked for less.
For a lot less.
You all will see my
Yo.
whole entire birth canal for 50 million.
You could stick a camera inside my body.
Yes.
You can do an
You
Arthur
gonna
Scruggs.
see the whole thing.
You can literally, for $50 million, you could put a camera in my butt. I would do a colonoscopy.
Yes.
For $50 million, y'all
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
tell me nothing, you pores.
Oh, yeah.
$50 million.
Absolutely.
You ain't seen nothing I ain't seen already.
You gonna see ovarian cyst. You gonna see every single thing. Straight up pap smear. Give me my 50 million.
I never thought I would kiss a person, but
Oh, you had to kiss your. How was that?
I was wondering if you were gonna mention it.
the topic just led itself right to it.
You were fighting it though.
I was.
How were you awkward with it? Oh, Kevin,
I got
you
it all. too,
on
Angel.
screen? I wasn't awkward on screen.
It played well.
It played on screen, but
it was nervous going into
oh,
it.
Angel, 23 years.
You ain't put your lips on nobody else.
Nobody.
But your wife.
23 years, and listen. I told Liz, I wrote I was awkward even before that. I wrote all these scenes, and this is how I know I was really writing because I wasn't thinking about
The fact that you have to do these things.
Didn't cross my mind. I had Corey and Keisha spooning in the living room. They kiss. You don't have to see the show to see it. But in my mind, okay, what's real? What would they be doing? They are almost 40. These people are almost 40. They're not, they're saved, but they're not like Amish.
Right.
They're not Catholic. So at best, they're trying not to have sex. They probably slipped up a couple times already. These people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Almost 40. Church boys and church girls. Let's not stand on ceremony, Mr. Wayne. These people are real. They're engaged. So they holding out. They trying to get to the finish line. So what would that be? That means they be trying to at least wrote that in the theme.
I remember the scene.
Right? Now let me tell you what. Let me tell you what else that I learned a lot of. What you write, in theory, you can do whatever because you're just writing into the world. What you can shoot is determined by the location you're at and where the camera can actually be in that location, right? So in my mind, this scene is playing out in a room that's bigger than we had access to.
Right.
The room that we all actually had access to, the
Smaller than
bed
this.
took
It was
over.
smaller than this.
Absolutely smaller than this. It wasn't, and this is the thing that I didn't realize, but now I know going into next season, I learned a lot. Real houses in California, most of the bedrooms are small, especially these little ramblers around here, which we shot around here. This scene we shot. If you have a full king size bed, it's going to take up 80% of the room.
Yeah.
You're going to have a little walkway on the closet and a little walkway to get in and out into the bathroom. So the only way the scene would work is it couldn't be it couldn't be how it was written.
Yeah.
We had to shoot it how it could actually be shot. When I tell you, and I was like,
So you had to press your body up against somebody real hard.
I did.
Y'all were like, they were like, yes. He was doing this. Hey, Keisha. Hey. He smashed. Y'all over at scissoring. Y'all had to be that close. Hey, Keisha.
Angel was like the sister I never had. Just a joy. But truly, I was literally like, so guys, what if we didn't? And they was like, no, come on, for real, Kev. Like, seriously.
They were like, you have to.
There was like, come on, you
have to do
you
this.
got to be
She
for
wrote
real.
this.
Like,
Yeah.
because, and then I was thinking as a creative, I was like, the way the show ends, and Angel said this early on, you got to believe they love each other, right? Regardless of anything, you got to believe they love each other just to buy that they're engaged.
Yeah.
But the way the show ends, you got to believe they were really in love. And if you're not going to buy that scene, then the end doesn't, you don't buy that, you won't care.
Yeah.
So I'm like, now then competitive. So first it's awkward, Kev, right? And before even the kiss scene, it was she had her hand on my head, my beard. I was like, we was at Mel and Greg's house shooting this, right? Because we shot, her house is Mel and Greg's house.
Okay.
And her baby is Mel's baby. I continually use all my family because they're free. And you don't have to COVID test the baby. So,
I didn't know Keisha ended up with a baby.
No, it was her sister's baby.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
okay. Got it.
So Mel and Greg are there. So, they set up Video Village in Mel's kitchen. So she doesn't know what we're shooting that day, right? So she walks by the monitors, and I'm in this girl's lap. And she got her hand on my head and my beard. Mel was like, it took everything in me to not go and be like, that's my sister's husband. First of all, I know you ain't doing this in my house. Get off him. Get up. Get up. And it didn't click in my mind. That's where we're going to shoot at Mel's house. And of course she's going to be there because it's her baby. She got
Mel almost went to jail that day.
Mel was like, I had to stop watching, right?
Yeah.
Isaiah was there. The first day, when we were at the church, she just put her hand on my lap. We holding hands, baby stuff, because we're in the church. Isaiah was like, I can't do it. He was like, Father. I can't. He's like, I've never seen you do this with another woman.
He was hearing everything because he had the comms on too.
Oh, bless that baby's heart.
So during the kiss scene, guess who's there?
Is Melissa there?
No, Josh.
Oh.
Josh is in there with his little camera.
BTS McGee.
Man,
oh my God.
Angel,
Getting all up in there.
my
Kel was like, get out, give me my mints.
My heart was beating out of my chest.
I'm so sorry, friend.
I was like, but I'm like, I don't like when on-screen couples have no real chemistry, right? As a competitive person, I'm not going to be the weak link. The other girl is a bona fide actress. She came to work.
Very great. Yes. She's
like, this what the scene calls for.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, okay. It's not cheating. It's not cheating. Not cheating. I'm not even kissing her. Corey's kissing her. Kevin is a married man producer. Corey is her fiance. Corey loves her. Corey loves her. Yes. Corey has to kiss. Corey got to kiss her. Corey got to kiss her. When I tell you I ate a pound of icebreakers.
Because you didn't want your breath to stink. Oh.
I was like, dog. And then what makes it weird, which I don't know how they do porn, because it is you have to maneuver for the camera. You got to maneuver for the camera first.
Yeah.
And people are and they're not even watching for they're just like, all right, that looks. And so after we shoot the first one, they're like, this look isn't gonna work. We got to start over. And I was
you
like,
got to kiss again and again.
And the room is hot.
again.
There's no AC because the room's hot.
They got to turn the AC off. I'm sweating.
So it takes away, but that helps because it takes away any romance that could be actually
Absolutely.
built.
You literally are kissing for the wide.
Like,
that was scrapped.
All right.
This coverage. By the ninth time, you're just like, did we get the shot? There was times when we kissed and I forgot a line. So by then I'm just like, let's just do it again. All right, ready? And I was just like, man, I'm really doing this as an actor. And like in my mind, I remember asking Melissa when I first moved here, I said, what you gonna do? Her answer was funny. I think I said this before. So what you gonna do when I have to do like a kiss scene, with an actress? She was like, as long as the person's famous, you don't have no chance of getting them. Like, I don't care. And that's one of the reasons why I cast that character somebody I did not know. Because I didn't want that would have made it impossible, right?
Like, nope.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But I was just like, dang, you really, like, if you want this to be real, it got to be real.
Yeah.
But it was not.
Oh, Kevin, but you did it.
How do you do it?
I just kissed the person in the face.
Didn't you kiss Michael Rappaport?
Yeah. Multiple times. Over and over and over again. I had to grab his face. Let his face go and walk off. Over and over and over and over again.
Why you didn't tell them no, like you told your college?
Oh, no. I kissed multiple people on stage in college. I just wasn't trying to be butthole naked. That's the difference.
Were you ever nervous?
I mean, it's a little awkward at first because you're like, okay, when are we doing this during the rehearsal? It's like the whole thing. I don't want to go in if you're not ready for me to come in. And I don't want you to come in if I'm not ready. So is that piece is a little bit awkward of just knowing when are we about to do the kiss and making sure the pressure is right and all that stuff. And then my lips ain't like all tight and you just feeling my teeth behind my lips. But outside of that, no, it was somebody had asked right after I had Lil Marcus, I was called in by the casting directors. They wanted me to audition for Shameless, the leading black girl.
Oh yeah,
but
you would have been great in that.
But she's naked all the time.
She was,
and I had just had a baby, so I had the areolas the size of this. My stomach was darker because your stomach gets dark.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think anyone wants to see this. I'm almost certain. Had I not had the baby, I would have possibly thought about just jump into the career, just be naked. But I am glad that I stay a weight that makes it so that most people are not asking for me to be naked. Me staying 20 pounds overweight really solidifies. I will have on my clothes for most things, but the kissing stuff. I remember the only time my husband ever was like, "Nigga." You done lost your mind. It was a play here in LA, and it was called The Life. It was a musical, and it was a musical about hookers. And I had already forewarned him. I was like, okay, so I kissed this dude 3 times in the show. I don't want you to walk in there surprised. Pieces I forgot. There are parts of the show where he's just palming my butt, and he's just talking to me with his hands on my butt, hands around my waist. Marcus was like, so you just forgot about all of that? I said, yes. Yes, I did. Didn't even cross my mind. Forgot all about that being a part of the show. I'm more so thinking of the big thing, you kiss somebody.
Yeah. I
completely forgot. Oh yeah, he's just, and I'm just, I was like, I'ma die. He's gonna kill me. Yeah.
So Marcus didn't know until he saw it?
Yeah, that part. Definitely.
How you did that with him in the audience?
I mean, I've been an actress all of our relationship. It's not that I don't respect his opinion, but he also understands in a sense that I am not out here enjoying this. I'm not he pumped my butt today in rehearsal. It was so enticing. I'm not out here wanting it. I don't think I could do a sex scene on camera. That feels, because you have to do so many takes.
Yeah.
And because there's that I think would possibly make me vomit. And again, I stay overweight enough so that usually that's not on the table.
Listen, my stuff, my show, them people, everybody is real. They are real actors and actresses, but they look like real. I purposely didn't want to be let me get thin everybody, because people would be like me. A little bit over. About 20, 30 over. But what is over? It's the white man's is right.
Yeah.
You understand me? BMI is racist.
It's racist. Somebody said, will Marcus be okay if you had scenes like The Vow? I haven't watched the show, so I don't know what type of scenes he has. But The Vow is that's what he's kind of built for.
That's
what
he's built
gonna
be sex symbol boy.
I mean, so is his wife. So it's
they're just...
They out here, they showing off their bodies.
They are beautiful people.
They are like aliens that just came
just
down.
Literally what are the most beautiful versions of people can be? Because Melissa's like that, but I'm not bringing up my part. DeVal has he got muscles.
I mean, he stayed working out. She stayed working. She had a baby 2 seconds ago, is already able to have her stomach out. I'm like, yeah, I think if we were that sexy on a regular basis, we would be we owe the world sexy.
Listen, this is what you talk about. This is the art I'm here to provide.
Yes.
The people don't want to see me hey, baby, come on and get this love. Because I'll be hot.
Come on. Hot and tired.
Apparently, they be doing a lot of sex scenes. But DeVal is an actor, just like Angel. When you're really an actor, it ain't about it. Really, and that's kind of what made it easier for me. It's really about the scene. And it's about every scene is like that. Shani and Mark, the 2 actors, I learned a lot from them, right? And I think I don't want to say suffered, but one thing because I'm the producer and the actor, there's a lot of times where I was distracted because in between scenes, they're not going to anybody else and saying, hey, if we don't get this before lunch, we're going to go into a meal penalty. They got to come to me before that.
Yeah.
So now other actors can really just focus on the scene. So they're like, okay, what's my before? What should I be doing in this scene? I could write like that and make it easier for people. But I think no matter what you write, the person's always going to be thinking like that.
Absolutely.
So making it about the scene and not about the thing was this is just, they got the kiss.
Yeah.
They got to.
But when you go back to the intention and stuff, I really feel It does make it easy. I'm not saying that it's supposed to be like everybody's like, oh, my spouse just kissed somebody. It's fine. It was on screen. It's nothing. Especially when it's out of context. The fact that Marcus has never been an actor, it would be very much so like jarring because I've never seen him in that light. If he had to have a scene where he kissed somebody,
right?
If they write him a big check, tongue her down, have a good time.
I would have difficulty.
I've had to kiss a girl on stage.
I don't know enough about your acting history.
I've done stage. They have you do any and everything. Stage is where they get freaky.
Really?
Yes. Whenever I was a lesbian, it was a show that kind of was without gender. Like it was like about it.
Plays do be. You talk about art for self-expression.
Yes.
And that's why I was struggling in acting classes. I'd be like, y'all are weird. Why are y'all rolling your own cigarettes?
Yeah.
That is unnecessary.
Absolutely. This was actually, Randy, this was UK that I did that had to kiss the girl on stage. I was like,
I kissed the girl and I liked it.
And it was like, it wasn't even about, because it was one of those like weirder plays. It wasn't about two people. It was just about beings, kind of like kissing and moving on. Yeah. I've been out there. Just ain't been naked on the stage. Them days is over. The possibility.
What if somebody was like, what if Hollywood went from like Hollywood body types to actual body types and was like, we want sex scenes from real people who look like real people?
Well, Showtime be liking to do that. I have a white girl that I'm an acquaintance with who she was like, oh no, the director was like, the sloppier, the better. He's like, let them hang. We want to see the movement. We want to see everything. we want it to look.
Oh my
God. Nah. I feel I'm too old for it. You watch Ozark?
Yeah, I didn't watch the last 8 or 6.
Not even talking about that. When old girl started having sex with was Darlene.
The old person. Yeah.
And she was out there titties out.
But she's old as the White Walkers,
and
though.
For me, that she's well past the age that I think that someone should be like, let me be out here naked.
She's 1,000 though.
No, so I'm saying that's what I would feel at this age, out here butthole naked in a scene. Not gonna be. I think I'm of the age of a lot of suggestive nudity, but not full blown. No. Mm-mm.
But you could. Okay, what about like Insecure? Yvonne did a sex scene, but she basically had her clothes on.
Oh yeah, that I could possibly do, and it was a very the way they even shot that. It wasn't a lot of. When I think about how they shot, the way they shot that versus the way they shoot, like they said, it was Power.
Mm-hmm. Power is sex.
Yes, exactly.
That's butt. I seen Omari Hardwick's butt.
Oh, the hair is
hey, man,
going down.
That's your butt. He was thrusting.
So it depends on how they shot it. It would have to be shot in a more of an Insecure way and not a Power way. Power is they're very in there. Yeah. They're in there. Notori did me and Brisha's podcast, and she explained like how she's like, I know my angles. I practice in front of the camera. I know, okay, my boobs, if I lay a certain way, they gonna go out. So I have to press my arms together. You know, she's like, I have to elongate my body because I'm shorter. So I do certain moves.
I'd let them tell you what, Kevin on stage, there's nothing I could do.
Kevin out there.
They could be pulling me with horses. I'm gonna be big in every angle. It don't matter what y'all do, it's gonna be girth. I could be in a pool straight as it could be. I'm still gonna be big.
What type of lens y'all got? Change that lens.
Y'all gonna have to put a lens cap over it if you don't want to see me big. Y'all gonna have to just listen. Because if you got that camera on with him, you can shoot that thing with a potato. It's going to be big. BlackBerry camera, the first Nokia with the camera, I'm going to be big. Pixelated through the pixelation, you going to see that boy big on the thing.
Would you do a sex scene, Josh?
No shot.
As handsome as you are?
No shot.
Josh, you could do this.
No shot.
Look, he said,
It's not my testimony.
He's like, no. He's
Well,
like,
could you
never.
shoot? Could you shoot as a photographer? Could you
I
shoot
don't think
naked
so.
bodies?
I don't know.
I notice a lot of photographers that do that be their thing. Like that's what they be known for. They don't just be like, oh, this is one of the things they do. It's like they specialize in that.
Yeah.
But what if the artist was like, nah, Josh, this is how I want to interpret this is my album cover and I want you to shoot it. And it's an artist you respect. What if J. Cole was like, this is me and this girl and you're going to shoot it because I love you. And he said, I love you to you.
I don't know.
And this is Dreamville and he gave you a hoodie.
Stupid. I don't think so. That's never
You
been.
you turning J. Cole
That's never been my style though. So
Jermaine?
I wouldn't be approached for that style of photo.
Take this. Girl, the artist is naked and you're in the pit and you was just working Coachella.
I would be like, what am I doing?
You're going to
here?
just stop taking pictures because the person's naked?
I wouldn't know what to take
You
photos
won't
of.
take them photos. You won't take them
them
photos.
just like you do anything else, wouldn't
You
you?
would take them photos. You would have been there if Chloe had you. I know that's not your girl no more, but if Chloe had you on that dreaming like a dream shoot to take BTS photos, and Chloe was dang near naked.
Oh, I didn't even hear that song.
Now you ain't heard that song,
trying to put
Angel.
that
That
behind me.
video, that was like, wow. I know I saw her butthole. Positive. I saw that brown eye. So if you were there, you would have been getting pictures of her dang near naked. You wouldn't be like,
Josh is going to be like, oh, this is naked. I am just at a concert now.
I'm like, taking pictures, Josh. Did it.
Well, this was a crazy episode. I'm glad we're back in
We had a
person.
whole second episode
We
at the end there.
did. We did.
Whole second episode.
Kevin, I want it to be a goal of yours. You got to do a sex scene sometime in your life.
I don't think I could do it.
I know you can.
The thing about the male body is whether you're acting or not, your body is just like a woman. Hello. The body and a sex scene, I'll be like, nah. Because he's going to be like, that's Melissa. No. Ooh, Kevin cheating.
I bet you would go back to regular quicker than what you think.
But it would already have happened.
No.
Nah.
I think
there
you
ain't
would
no
be-
morals down there. It's the wild,
I know
wild west.
enough dudes that have Dominique Perry. She was
Yep.
Tasha on Insecure.
Yeah.
You remember that first season?
Tasha the Teller.
Yeah. They barely had any covering on their stuff. He was good, and you saw how they was getting it. It was
Them shows early on, they gonna get you with that sex.
my mouth dropped open. I was like, oh
Because you knew her already, right?
no. I met her after, and I was like, your body's amazing. Thank you.
Say.
I was like, thank you for sharing it with the world. Thank you.
Nah.
And Marcus was like, when he watched it, he was like, because he hadn't watched Insecure. When we were about to review for TBTB, he watched it. He said, Angel, you did not tell me Zen's mama was naked. Because he knows her by her baby. Zen's mama was going to be naked doing sex.
Marcus don't call nobody. Who's Jackie?
Right. He was just like, Angel, you didn't tell me. I said, oh, yeah. I
Should
said,
be
her
grateful
body's
he ever
ridiculous.
calls me Kevin. 'Cause
Listen, because you should be, Zay, I will give no more conversation to that. No.
he did this to me.
No. He's like, nope. Yep, nope.
Anyway, we'll see y'all. Patreon people will see y'all. I don't know, maybe Thursday or Friday. Because we're doing Bald and Beautiful on Friday,
Thursday
at night.
Yeah, 6.
I don't know. We'll tell y'all. Well, see ya.
Bye.
Here's another banger for ya. Here's another one. Yeah. Here's another banger for ya. Here's another one. Yeah. Here's another banger for ya. Here's another banger for ya. With my boy Kev on stage and that chick Angel.